It's a wiring in your subconscious mind that makes you run away. Perhaps you've seen your dad. He runs away from responsibilities. I'll be real. I'll have to be honest. My dad weren't in my life. It gets long when you're dealing with all of that and you're not addressing the internal problem inside of yourself. It gets long. What's the point? It's long. And we glamorize these things, but it's long. It's too easy as young people to run away because we think we're young. We got time, but we ain't got time. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Transformation Podcast. On this podcast, we talk about all things solutions here. We talk about transformation, talking about the solutions to the problems that we as young people are facing on a daily basis. And I hope you guys are good. Welcome to another week. Welcome to another day. Welcome to another morning, another session, another afternoon, whatever time that you're listening to. Welcome to another time of that. But I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys have been blessed. I hope you guys have been super good. And, while I was sitting down, I was reflecting. Okay, we got another episode to do. I get the privilege to do this. And I honestly love doing this. Thank you guys for listening to this episode, for listening to the previous episodes, for just tuning in on the Transformation Podcast. Just thank you guys. It's been a couple weeks and we've been persevering. We've been going by the grace of God. And it's been good. It's been good. And you know what, guys? On that, what I want to talk about today is running away. Running away. When you see an issue, when you see a problem, it's so easy to run away, It's so easy to run away. And this is the thing about our brains. The thing about our brains, is that our brains are wired to actually avoid problems. So when it sees danger, it sends messages to your body like, stop, move away from that danger. Make sure you run away from that danger. That's why fear is false evidence appearing real. Your brain is seeing the fear as danger. So it's false evidence appearing real. All it gets is information. Your brain is as smart as whatever you feed it. That's why faith comes by hearing. So what you believe, your belief system, your ideology, your philosophy, your ideas, what is compounding your brain is really a result of what you continuously listen to and what you continuously watch. That's why you are what you continuously watch. You are what you continuously listen to. Because that's what gets fed to your brain. Your brain can't decipher what's good and what's bad. It doesn't know what's good and what's bad. Your brain just knows information. That's all it takes. It takes information. That's why when it comes across with fear and you're afraid of something, it comes across as false evidence appearing real. It's false, but to the brain it's real. It looks real. So your brain is going to take it as real. And therefore the rest of your body reacts. And that's what happens. Your brain wants to avoid the danger. And that's why you have to train your mind. You need to train your subconscious to not avoid the danger and not run away. But like the eagle, run towards the danger. Because at the end of the day, your brain doesn't have power over you. You have power over your brain. A scientist has even found that really and truly we're only using about 10% of the brain. And you're only going to be at 40% when you allow your brain and allow just life to control you. So you're not even going to be at 100%. You're not even going to be at 100% of the 10%. So you're in even more of a deficit. When you just allow life to control you, instead of actually beginning to take control and actually, you know what? I control you. Yes, you may like this. Yes, you may like doing this. Yes, this may feel nice, but no. I control you. I'm going to put habits inside you so that you follow these habits. That's the whole purpose of habits, is to rewire your brain to follow a certain model or follow a certain structure that you should go for. That's why a man is really a result of what's in his mind. Your life is a result of what's in your mind. Whatever's in your mind is going to reproduce your life. That's why out of the abundance of your mind, your mouth is going to speak. Out of the abundance of what's in your head, you're going to speak. Out of the abundance of what's in your head, you're going to move. That's why as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. As you think in your mind, deeper, as you think in your subconscious mind, as you are in your heart. And the thing about the subconscious mind is that it's similar to a computer. It acts as a hard drive. So It processes all the background information. So while the computer is going, we see the keyboard, we see the display board, but we don't see the hard drive, we don't see what's inside. And even beyond that, we may be on YouTube, we may be on all of these different softwares, but behind the scenes, the hard drive is downloading even more information. It's processing more information, processing more data that we don't even know. And that's what the subconscious mind does. Behind your conscious mind is processing information. What isn't processing? It's processing what you watched last night. It's processing what you listened to last night. Ezekiel, talking about running away. Why are we talking about the subconscious mind? Why are we going so deep? Because really and truly, it's a wiring in your subconscious mind that makes you run away. Perhaps you've seen your dad. He runs away from responsibilities. I'll be real. I have to be honest. My dad weren't in my life. He wasn't in my life like that. In the beginning aspects of my life, he wasn't in my life like that. Even now, I love him. Of course, I love him. I love him so much. But even now, he's not in my life as much as I would like him to be in my life. It's been my mum, single mum. It's been my single mum, 19 years, just been riding, just been going. And what I've seen from my dad is that he runs away from responsibility. When responsibility came, he ran away. When it was time to actually take responsibility, look after your children. When it was time to take responsibility, look after your house. When it was time to take responsibility and actually look after yourself and look after your life, you run away. And you see, the thing is, you can run away, but running away won't do anything. You could take all the alcohol, take all the drinks. You could try drink it away. You could try smoke it away. You could try have sex with all the girls to make it go away, or have sex with all the guys to make it go away. But your problem never goes away. It never goes away. It's always going to be there, staring at you right back in your face. And I know it's hard because a lot of us, we haven't had that structure. We haven't had that model, and I'm one of them. We haven't had that model where it's like a problem comes and someone actively had the solution or actively tackle the problem head on. They run away from the problem. You drink to run away from your problems. You smoke, take drugs, really and truly to run away from your problems. You jump from relationship to relationship. You can't handle being by yourself because you run away from your problems. And this ain't an attack. Because I know what it's like to run away from your problems. There's been times I've been in my room, binge watching Netflix, put my phone on D&D. I didn't want to speak to nobody. I was just running away. I was just eating my problems away. But it does nothing. Nothing changes. The only thing that happens is that life gets worse. It gets worse when you run away. It gets worse when you look to alcohol and you look to drugs and you look to sex for all of this to go away. It gets worse when you look for a guy and you look towards a guy, you look towards a girl and you want to have fun with them. You're here for a good time, not a long time. You're just here to have fun. You're just here to be friends, to act like a relationship and just, do madness. It gets long when you're dealing with all of that and you're not addressing the internal problem inside of yourself. It gets long. What's the point? It's long. And we glamorize these things, but it's long. When the creator's actually created you to live a better life. He's created you to be a victor more than a conqueror. So you're more than someone that conquers problems, more than someone that conquers situation. What's more than a conqueror? Someone that can even conquer life. Because that's what he done. And he wants us to partake in it. So you can run away. But what's running away going to do? And I understand a lot of us, like as myself, a lot of us haven't even had somebody that doesn't run away from our problems. I thank God that I had mentors like Andre. I love him so much. Had mentors like Carl. I can't forget about Carl. I have other mentors that have actually acted as a father figure and showed me, what, this is the way, this is the way. And I know some of you may not even have mentors. Another podcast episode about how to get mentors, how to be a mentee. Another podcast episode because it's so vital to have mentors. Some of you don't even have mentors. What do you do? I don't have a mentor. I got a problem. What do? I don't know what to do. I went through trauma. I don't know how to deal with it. Give it to God, man. That's the only solution. I ain't going to come up here and say do sound therapy. I ain't going to come up here and say do meditation, empty your mind for more things to empty your mind and corrupt your mind. I ain't going to come up here and say do all of these other different things. I'm just going to be point blank, period. There's a solution, and it's Christ. He said he came here to make the yoke light, the burden light, the yoke easy. So clearly life has a heavy yoke. has a hard yoke, sorry, and has a heavy burden, and he's here to help you. So you give it to him, he lightens the load, and then you know what? You actually take back authority, and then you address the problem. You don't let the problem define you. You don't let your pain define you, but you let it refine you. Because pressure makes diamonds. How can we get a diamond if pressure's not added to it? So you don't run away from your problems. You write your problem down. If you need to scratch up your problem, throw your problem in the bin to just show you just how big you are and just how much bigger than you are than the problem. And you say, I have authority over you. You don't have authority over me. I have authority over you. And I will conquer you. And step by step, just like a meal. Just like a meal, you don't eat the whole thing in one go. You slice it. Piece by piece, you eat it. Piece by piece, you eat it. Piece by piece is digesting. Piece by piece, you're conquering. Next thing you know, boom, the problem's gone. But guys, on a real, especially as young people, especially when uni gets hectic and deadlines come, you're thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Maybe some of you went through a heartbreak, you're thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Some of you went through mad things. Someone has died in your life, and you don't know how you're going to get through this. I'm not here to say that it's going to be easy. But what I am here to say is that you can't stay in that dark place. You can't. Because there's a way that looks right. That dark place feels nice, it feels right. But what does it lead down to? It just leads down to destruction. You just end up damaging yourself. More than ever. More than before. There's no point. Don't run away. Face the problem head on. You can make all of these excuses. Yeah, I never had a dad. So what? No one cares. I never had a mom. Okay, no one cares. I never had this. Trust me, nobody gives a damn. No one cares. The world doesn't care. No one cares. You can't let this problem define you. You can't let this problem refine you. If I allowed the fact that I didn't have my dad to define me, I wouldn't even be here where I am. Okay, I don't have my dad. There's no authority figure in my house. Let me go to the streets. Let me do a madness. No one cares. Life is bigger than this. The reason why these problems happen is because you're strong enough to handle it. You're strong enough to take it. And when you push past that, when you go past that and not even suppress it, grow over the grief, grow beyond the grief to the point where, yes, you can grieve, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't hold you down. It doesn't hold you back. You go around it and you keep moving forward. And of course, I know I said nobody cares, but of course there's going to be people around that care. But really and truly, life and the world, they don't care. You got to get past it. And you're not on your own. Not only is God there with you at every step of the way, all you need to do is call upon Jesus. He's there. But there's also friends in your life that He's placed. There's authority figures in your life that He's placed. What if I don't have that? You can message me, DM me. We get the problem sorted. There were people there. You wasn't here to conquer this life alone. There were people placed in your life to help you. To help you go. To help you move. But don't run. Don't run away. Don't run away. This is generational now. It's breaking those generational curses. Don't run away. Let's start a new one. Generational blessings. Where you and your offsprings won't run away from life. Won't run away from problems. But you run towards the problems. With the solution. And you go beyond the problem. It's too easy as young people to run away. Because we think we're young. We got time, but we ain't got time. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. So conquer it today. So that at least you know you wasn't going into tomorrow with no burden or with no worries. Don't run away, man. It ain't worth it. That's all that needs to be spoken about today, man. That's all that really needs to be spoken about this episode. Thank you guys for making it to this episode. Thank you guys for making it to the end of this episode. Guys, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on YouTube now. It's been an honor doing this journey with you. It's been an honor having you guys listen throughout the whole episode. And you know what, guys? Don't run, man. Don't run. Move towards it, not on your own. It doesn't have to be your own, but with your friends, with your family, with people around you that care, with God, Jesus Christ. We weren't here to conquer this life on our own. That said, there are people around us to help us do it. That's all that needs to be said, man. Let's get busy.